double, triple checking, making sure that everything is turning out okay. Hopefully people can see this, because I'm not very good at streaming. Hi, I'm Nika. It is about 12:45 in the morning, which is generally when I write and do stuff anyway. Let me know if the sounds balance out okay and everything, but I'm looking right over there at the chat. Hi, chat. We are playing a game called Elegy for a Dead World. It is something that, oh my god, I love it so much. And it came up again today. I haven't streamed in a really long time. I haven't made videos in a long time. And this is the one that I always really wanted to do more of. And I was bumping around the house going like, I can do a whole bunch of things. I don't know, what am I going to do at midnight? And Elegy for Dead World. So I have a little, this is my writer tonic, as I call it. So I have a little gin here, because gin makes me always feel like writing. I don't know, it's an association that I have. So, we are going to play the game. If you've never seen Elegy for a Dead World, it's all about, it's a game where you are creating, the elevator pitch on this is pretty difficult. It's an entirely narrative game. What you're doing is you're actually writing a story that will sometimes go, ooh, spooky, that will sometimes go along, with the things that you're seeing or hearing or experiencing, whether in the game or from various prompts that it gives you. And there's 3 planets, I believe, and some of them are full of all sorts of stuff. Let's start writing. I don't know what these ones are. Ooh, when I have fears. The world is blank and I am blank. This is so cool! This happens every time I play. I look at these things and I'm like, I want to do all of them. Okay. Someday I'm going to do the freeform writing. And the grammar workshop, because I don't know what that is. English language students. Oh, that's weird. No, I'm not going to do that. Because that would kind of be boring for me, to be honest. I would do stupid stuff. But that's actually really cool. Like, there's a lot of learning to do with this. Do you remember, like, Mario teaches typing? Like that, you know? Like, who knew? What went wrong? I think I did this one before? No. No. I haven't done that one. So this is an entirely new world that I haven't been to. Hello, everybody. I had a beer during Mostly Walking. I watched Mostly Walking earlier. But it was only 1 beer. And it was because I was playing Sudoku for like an hour. And afterwards I realized I didn't want another beer. I was like, I think I'm done with beer. Like, I was just kind of over it. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see. The Emperor's Final Decree. I want to do when I have fears. Because that just seems interesting. It's probably that or the world is blank. And what the fuck is that? It's like an elk with a Tron face. What is this? How is the sound? Is it too loud? I tried to turn the sound down, so that it equalizes better, so that you can still hear, but like some of the panels are freaking loud. So I want to make sure that you can hear me, so please let me know. Alright, oh, I can fly. I can fly? Yeah, I forgot about flying. What if you went this way? What if they pulled a Metroid on you? That was like, that really broke me when I saw everyone playing Metroid when I was a kid, and then I got it for myself. It sees me. This is like a Don't Starve moment. This is pretty freaky. Hi, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna get this beer out of the way. I have this and a beer. Who knew? It's because I'm trying to drink more beer, to be honest. Press tab chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, elk creature. Okay. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Sound is good? Game is too loud? Someone said the game is too loud. How do I turn the game down? I am really quiet right now, and I do apologize for that. I don't know how to turn the actual game down, because I thought I did it on my end. Let's go in here and do it again. It's turning you, like, way down, like you're the quietest. Alright, how how's that? Is that better? Is it coming through quieter? Because it's like really loud right now. I'm gonna pump it up a little bit. Okay. Better. Again, if you're just joining up, it's called Elegy for a Dead World, and I have technical issues. Everything else in the game is actually quite quiet. It's just like, it's a really weird balance. That's something I might actually bring up to them, because there's certain places where it's like, and then you go into a library and you can't hear anything because it's quiet. So, when I have fears that blank, before my pen has blank. Oh, Jesus. This is tough. I should have done a fun one. When I have fears that stain my eyes and make my fingers tremble. Fears that make my elbows ache. And my stomach tie and very light knots. Oh no, God, I hate it when it does that. Sometimes you can accidentally delete everything. Oh, there's only 7, so this is kind of actually a poetic thing is what it meant to be. So actually, when I do that, I am going to add line breaks when I have fears that make my elbows ache. And no ma'am. And my stomach tie in very light knots. In my palm and it's inky blood across the page. Scratching out. La la la. Poetry is really hard to do, by the way. I mean, it's not hard because it's like very emotional, but I've never done it live with people watching. So this is actually really interesting. This is a very emotional one. I think it might be part me, but my elbows don't ache when I'm sad. Maybe they do. I mean, it just felt like the thing to say. So, before my pen is uncapped in my palm, has uncapped in my palm, is before my pen has uncapped in my palm, or before I uncap it, and scraped its inky blood across the page. Inky blood across the page. I want to do more here. I definitely do. For my pen is uncapped in my palm and scraped its inky blood across the page. No, not glitter. In letters that breathe out through my fingernails and knuckles. There we go. That's better. I like that. Alright, escape to close. We are done with number 1, which I'm pretty pumped about. Actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to reread it aloud because that is something I've never done and I think it's fun. When I have fears that stain my eyes and make my fingers tremble, when I have fears that make my elbows ache and my stomach tie in very light knots, before my pen is uncapped in my palm and scraped its inky blood across the page, and letters that I breathe out through my fingernails and knuckles. Tab. And then get going. I hope that there's a meteor shower? Alright. Okay. I was expecting it was rain. Rain sounds. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is the best game. Tab in it. Recreated who I am. Smiles and self-assurance, and combed my hair back. someone presentable and public. Before I've created and recreated who I am, my methods of smiles and self-assurance and comb my hair back with the ease of someone presentable in public. Thinking. Macaroni. Oh yeah, elbows ache. Oh, that's kind of cool. Actually, I haven't eaten for a good couple hours, so it makes me think of macaroni now too. Who knew? So elbows is now macaroni. I definitely can do more of the flying. You can only go though. So you press up and then you go, and so it's like kind of like a jetpack thing, but you can't like really super fly. But I think it goes faster than you walking, so I tend to like, because I mean you're on an alien planet and it looks gorgeous and there's rain, so why wouldn't you fly? You have a jetpack, use it. We're in the future of dead things. Comb my hair back with the ease of someone presentable and public. This is so tough. The other ones weren't nearly. This is when I get nervous. I do the hand thing. Something which holds. Which hold. I carefully. I want to say and store them in my pocket. Fold them up like little notes, which hold. See, you try to click the thing and the whole thing will go away. So if you start typing, it's really scary. Pumpkin. I love pumpkins. Oops, the words. You guys get to see my typos too, which is I'm sure is just the best. And fold them up like little notes, which hold the things I hope to say and hope to dream and might portray. Suddenly we're getting all rhymey. The things I hope to say and hope to dream and might portray. And hold the little bits of me I polished up like tumble rocks. I like that one too. And I believe at the end we can actually go through, so I'll read through it. And I forgot. Like you're flying. Oh god, I love it. Oh, that's the only as far as you can go. I can just go up this far. So I can't like go off and do anything. Hello, scary things that I saw on the cover of an Ayn Rand book that I hated. I hate Ayn Rand. She's terrible. Okay, so it's getting rainier now? Sounds all sorts of stormy. Oh! Is that a door? It says it's a door, but that looks like a tunnel. I'm going in. Oh. It's like a bug tunnel. Alright. Very ambient. Oh my god, it's so beautiful to just explore this game. Look at it! This is all you really do. Did I miss one? Did I miss a... No. Didn't I? Okay, keep going then. This is... fascinating. Wait, so I came down here for no prompt whatsoever? There's only 7 in the whole thing. So... it might actually be... that there isn't one here. Because of the fact that there's 7. So, like, maybe they just didn't put them. We'll go up. There we go. Okay. Scary tree? What's that? Scary tree makes music. Tree music. Wow, this one is way prettier than everything else. It's a little too pink, but... oh my god, this is beautiful. Have I skipped a prompt at all? They show up as little feathers under my feet. But I haven't seen one in a while, and I'm just, well, I guess it's because it's 7, but like... this is so wild. Oh, there we go. Here we go. There's one. Alright. You ready for more poetry? I'm fucking ready. Ooh. Oh, this is tough. When I behold something, something, something upon something else. Alright. How's this, the sound? Did it go up again? Too loud? Just let me know. Because I'm trying to be loud, but I also do have, like, neighbors. I don't like that. So, when I left off, I talked about the words that I put into my pocket. So, when I behold the page that had the blood scrapes of a pen I've held, when I behold forgotten little tales I've told and not shared, and the little tales I've told, things I haven't said. Open up my pocket and unfold the words I didn't lose, which was most of them. Which was most of them. And found the ones I created. Found the ones I didn't use. And found the ones I said to be fresh and clean and new and more appropriate. It's written to a future. This game seems like it would be awesome on, or amazing on acid, until you read your typos. I've never done anything like that, but I can just imagine having a bad trip specifically because of typos. Like, oh man, you don't even know, I said definitely wrong? Just everything went to shit. I was like being stolen by words. That sounds amazing. So thank you, Bloody John, for making me laugh. Into the future. Don't capitalize that, Nika Harper. What's wrong with you? Upon future, upon. Oh god, I'm only on like 3. This is the 3rd of 7. This one goes way longer. Sorry. Am I sorry? Should I be sorry? Plot is easier to name this. Do you know how easy plot is? You just make shit up. This is all I gotta like think about my soul. Found the ones I said to be fresh and clean and new and more appropriate than the notes written to a future. Upon looking back with altered vision of knowing the path I took. Altered vision of knowing the path I took. Twice. Well, that's stupid, isn't it? I am made of hashtag sorry, not sorry. I enjoy that. You guys are funny. Ooh, tingly. I like tingly. Need for prayers, tingly. Tingle is a good one. The elbow fear, and I like bringing things that don't work. I don't want to say worry. And the tingle of... I don't want to say worry. I might say worry, but I don't want to say it. That's not the thing. That's not what I'm feeling. Emotions have words, but they're not the ones that you want all the time. That's really upsetting. The elbow fear and the... I don't even say caution. There's something else. It's like apprehension. There's less syllables. And I'm gonna do the rule of threes here, so that'll be perfect. And the careful notes. The elbow fear and the careful notes. And the... Well... I will say well-kept worry, because the W's actually make that better. If it was just tingle of worry, that wasn't good, but the tingle of well-kept worry, especially in the rule of threes, does add a certain poetic thing, and it works, because I kind of like the idea of the careful notes being in between, because it's not all bad things, it's all about the preparation of the experience. So, if you don't like watching writers write, you gotta go, because this is what I'm doing right now. Oh, I got another pipe. Pew, pew, pew. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. How do I go in? Up. Ooh. Can I go up there? Okay. Ooh. 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 What? Ooh. I haven't seen anything like this one before. This one feels a lot more sci-fi. Like, well, not, like, there's, like, dystopian sci-fi, but the rest looks like an oil painting. This is like LEDs. In fact, there is. You can actually see the ripple going through the screen if you look really hard. This is so cool. Having a moment about the beautiful game. This is so interesting. You can hear me breathing sometimes, which is, by the way, terrifying. Because you have your own little character, and it's fascinating. Alright, so we're back to the rain. It's quiet. There's some sunbeams here. This is really pretty. Okay. Okay. That was unwelcome. Alright. Oh. Oh, Jesus. No. No. And I think that No. That's bullshit. By the way, you can do that. So it's actually all about the prompts. If I don't like this entire thing, all I can do, I can go back and delete the entire thing, or change any of the words in it. That's all there, but this is essentially just a tiny little word pad. How cool is that? I wish that there was a Control Z, because I wiped out my stuff last time, and I was very upset about it. An entire panel that I was just like, it's gone now! I was like, oh no. Philly Pop says, so the whole point of this game is to stimulate your brain when you're suffering from some writer's block? And I would say sometimes yes, but I would also say sometimes no. It's kind of whatever you want it to be for. There's a grammar thing for people who are like learning English, for instance. There's an entirely free write prompt. There's some that are just prompts in general. I rewrote War of the Worlds. So you can actually rewrite certain stories or literature that is told, and they will be blanks for you to kind of put in your own experience. And I never would have thought of that. It's kind of like a literary version of Mad Libs in a lot of ways. And in other ways, it's a lot like improv, where it's a guided experience where someone is telling you, and now start the sentence with this, and go. So it's feeling like not as much that it feels like I'm collaborating with the game to make something. It feels like there's one other person here that's telling me their parts, and then I build upon that. And I mean, that's how music is made, that's how art gets made. And I have a really, really fun time with it. I share it particularly because people talk about they want to see a lot of the process. And it's really, really hard to like film yourself writing. Well, it's harder when you're actually talking to chat as well, so I get nervous. But you can see a lot of like the crazy quirks and the weird faces and the stuff when I'm working, even when I'm writing anything, like when I've been in offices and such. I do the same thing. Arms everywhere, face contorted. But that's just my creative process. And it feels a little bit nicer to see other people in their creative environment and the way that they purport themselves, because sometimes people are very quiet, sometimes people are very loud and flamboyant, but I always like that. I like seeing the differences between those experiences and how there really isn't a bad way or a wrong way to make something. So you're getting to see my aspect of it now. I do love that too, Entity Zero. I love that the artist left enough ambiguity in the scenery to let the player/writer to interpret what happened. And that's the other thing, is that I don't often write about the scenery. I'm writing particularly about the words. But there's another thing, you know, there's an audio-visual quality to it. There's a lot of people who get that, who have a lot more of that inspiration to be found. And some people are visual or audio cues. I write to music a lot, so I hear a lot of the music, and that really influences what I'm writing. But a lot of people can also be very visual. And I think that this can really, really help that. As far as I know, there's only 3 kind of worlds, though. So you would get the same background and that same kind of experience every time. I mean, you might be experiencing it differently because of the prompts that are put up on the page, which is another thing that I think is really cool. But I've never been to this one before, so it's really cool. And I have probably already forgotten the other ones and tried to figure out what I was thinking of the last time. But a lot of them are kind of sci-fi and cute in that way. This one, then there's other ones that are completely not like that. Like this one's a poem, which I was not expecting. It's only 7 paragraphs. The other ones are like 22. So like it's just, you like jamming it. But I think poetry is a little bit harder to do. It's meant to be concise, but you're also digging a lot deep, find the exact right words for the things that you're feeling. And you have to get really, really in touch with that. It's not an idea. To talk about an idea as a project, to talk about emotions, is you're kind of talking about the white space around something, because you can't actually pinpoint that one thing. So you're describing everything that it is not. You're giving an outline by the contrast of that. So I've never done a poem in this one before. I've played this 3 times now, and it feels a lot like that. And I wouldn't have expected that this would even be in there, but I'm really glad that it is. I mean, there's grammar in there. You can learn grammar tactics. What? This is such a cool game. Yeah, no, there's a lot of just really beautiful stuff in here. There needs to be something like this for music where you can pose little jingles. That would be really interesting. I wonder what that would be like. You can make the music for an area. I mean, there's other games where people can create the art for it, which is cool. What the fuck was it called? It was called, there was like drawing games. There was a couple of them, I think. It's like draw a cloud, or like, oh, a cloud. And it was cool, but it was kind of in its infancy. And you never really knew where it was going to pop up. It was really kind of fascinating. And it was little things like that, but I don't know of any for music particularly. Because at the end of this, by the way, when you finish with this, it'll actually save your story, and then it shares it in the game with other people. So you can actually go and like see your friends' stories. You have to be in the game to do it. That's the other thing that I kind of don't want. I wish that there was a way that you could actually print that out and then I would put it up on my Tumblr or whatever, or just share it in general. But if you have the game, you can see other people's stories and stuff, and you can go back to mine that I've made as well, which I think is really cool. I haven't gone back and read them. I've been too terrified. I was always like, I feel really proud of this, and I was like, but because you have to like actually boot up the game to do it, and so that creates just like the little steps will actually get in the way of that. So it wasn't Scribblenauts though. There was another one other than Scribblenauts. There was another one that was older, I think, or stupid. I don't know, but I think Dreamy Cat Corn. I think was it Scribblenauts? No, it wasn't. But yeah, that same kind of idea. And yeah, there's the other one where you actually draw, and those were like old DS games, and they were interesting. But I wish that there was more about creating this. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't even consider this a game, and to me, it isn't. It is a game because I paid for it, but I'm in an interactive environment and so forth. There's. But I think it's something very, very different than anything I've ever seen, and that's kind of why I love it the most, because it is so beautiful, and there's a lot to like about it, and I think that it hits upon a lot of the aspects of creating creativity in people who, maybe wouldn't do it so much, or kind of need that to be hit in some way, like. And I think that it said may not live to see. But I said I think that I may never see. Like, those are the things that get me thinking, is here's the start of a sentence, or here's the end of a sentence, or here's how some of these things come together. But if someone just really likes rain, right now they're having a great time. And they're going to write about rain. So that's pretty cool too. And I think that there's a lot to be said. Alright, I should get back to actually writing. Oh, dude, I super remember Hubris Town. I loved Hubris Town. I was thinking about that the other day. I haven't done this since then, but Hubris Town was my favorite. I haven't gone back and read it, though. I hope that it holds up, because I had so much fun with that. I wasn't even that drunk, was I? No, I was just having a good time. Alright, so I was thinking about, wrapping up the right things to say and putting it in your pocket and keeping it there, and at the end of the day, I would still unwrap them and realize that I used almost none, and that the things that I said were more pure and correct than the things that I kept in my pocket. But I still worry about it, and I still write them down. And I think that I may never see a time when my pockets are empty. When... Also like this, I don't get to notice him, her, it doing this, and like typing it into like these little kiosks, but that's really cool too. I think that I may never see a time when my pockets are empty, and the little notes and words and pages aren't there. And by the end of the day, aren't there to be grasped and used in politeness and left on a restaurant check. Years of short conversation. I hope, moreover, never have empty pockets. Either I have used them too much or prepared too little. Cool. Blam! Meow, meow, meow. Right. Let's go. Ominous noises. big rock. Ominous noises and a big rock. Alright. Can you not do that? This is not a ghost story. I'm clipping through the bushes. The bushes are clipping through my feet. Alright. That's gorgeous. That sort of petrified wood water dealy thingy. It might be a bird. I don't really know. I love it though. Apart from the fact that it apparently, from the sound of it, wants to kill me. Nyan alien? I'm trying to figure out what that is. Meow, 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 meow. That one? Yeah. I'm the Nyan alien. Thanks, Philly Pop. I got to see a lot different side of me too, and I feel good about it. And when I feel my run dry and my thoughts and my movement paused, and when I feel my tongue run dry and my thoughts sluggish and my movement paused, and when I am empty of things to say that mean anything at all, my pocket is brimming with something safe that I left for myself. I dislike the safety, but I know. I dislike the safety, but I know the strength of it. I keep hand on a holster, the hopes I may never unsheathe. And I don't like that at all. I don't like whatever that part is that no. We're not telling this kind of story anymore. So, master it. Wow! Can you not make the noises? This is, it's so much prettier than the other world. The other ones are like sort of desolate, and this one's like it's got rain and it's got all these other things. But it actively sounds like an angry monster. There's angry monster sounds. It's kind of freaky. Ooh. What happened to like the one living creature that I have seen in the entirety of this game? There was like a yak. I wanted him to be my friend, and he ran away. Because he was a yak, and he was probably like the last of said yaks. He was just pawing at the ground. Whoa, we got big words now of unreflecting. Meatloaf Canyon in the background is displeased. Thank you, Sam. Lalzorinator says hello. What exactly am I watching here? It's a game called Elegy for a Dead World. It is a creative writing experience where it's essentially you have a text editor and you have either prompts or experiences and visual cues or audio cues or all sorts of things that you can create your own story about. And it is incredibly fun if you're into that kind of thing, because really is all about text and writing and creating. So, if you like writing, this is great. If you don't, well, you should like writing anyway. Everyone should like writing, I think. It's one of the easiest things for everyone to do. That's why everyone's a writer. All of us communicate in some way, shape, and form, and the easiest ways that we can express ourselves is with our, generally, can't say all the time, but a lot of people find it very easy. We talk on a daily basis, most of the time. And it seems it's one of those things that people can have in their lives and they don't know how much it will help. Even if it's one of those things you never share with anyone else, sometimes it's just really nice to polish up those skills. It's a good thing to have. So, and you don't have to read to be a writer. I mean, you have to, I think you have to read to be an author, but I don't think you have to read to be a writer. I think you can just do whatever the fuck you want. So, keep it in my pocket. I know something about the safety. Never revel in the parachute that tucks. Looks like the word fucks, but it tucks. Doesn't look like fucks? Just saying. Never revel in the parachute that tucks. Jesus, it seriously. Parachute fit. No, I'll just say tucks anyway and hope that I don't say it. Never revel in the parachute that tucks under your seat. Never. On the safety. On the. I don't want to say safety rope. On the harness around your waist. Your waist. They're there not to be needed. They are there when they're there not to be needed. They're in the danger. I wouldn't even say the danger. It's something else. They're there not to be needed. They are there when... Oh, this one's really tough. Because I have an idea of what I want to say, but I don't think it's coming out well at all. Never revel in the parachute that tucks under your seat. Never rely too much on the harness around your waist. They're there not to be needed. They are there when all other options have broken before you. There when all other options have broken before you. And you to face power, the I kind of like using the unreflecting. Use a flower of unreflecting chance. Sorry. I burp a lot because I drink a lot. That's the thing I do. Oh, I only got one more. Alright, we're almost done. It's getting exciting. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my god, that's hot is what that is. I want that in my house. Like with the little corpsey dude right under it. Holy shit, are you seeing this? There, oh. There's like little other, there's so much detail in it that you wouldn't normally see. There's like mini sculptures in the sculpture, and that is insanity. Holy crap, this is amazing. Oh, you're a Dementor. Okay, a Dementor. All right, last one, let's go. I don't think it's death. I think it's prettier than that. Wearing a cape or a cloak doesn't always make you deaf. But I do like, you could, if it was white, that person might be a savior. That's the other thing. And staring at the person who is already sick. I think that actually, that looks like it's one of the people from Pompeii. Am I wrong? I might be getting it mixed up. But like, very Pompeian. She mentor is pretty funny. Thanks, Skull Pizza. So then on a cliff that faces the future and and on an edge, a knife edge of a world, and on a knife edge of a world, and on a cliff that faces the future, and on a knife edge of a world, I stand alone and think. Stand alone and think. Stand alone and think. There are other noises and they're not pleasant. I think this is the scary one. The other ones are not nearly so scary. This one's pretty freaky. And on a cliff that faces the future, and on a knife edge of a world, I stand alone and imagine a time because I trust myself not to need them. Because I trust myself not to need them. Or because I'm safe no matter how I fall. Interesting. I don't like I'm gonna go back and fix safe, or because I'm happy. Because I don't want to say happy. Or because I'm strong no matter how I fall. I like that better. Do. Oh man, this is the end. You guys ready? Oh my god, I hope this doesn't suck. That was loud. Alright. There's no title. Title is The Knife Edge Fears of a... Oh good, it actually keeps going. The Knife Edge Fears of a Parachute World. There. I'll do that. Done. The Knife Edge Fears of a Parachute World by me. Date unknown, unpublished yet. And I believe, read preview, so I can actually go through it, right? Here's the thing. When I have fears that stain my eyes and make my fingers tremble, when I have fears that make my elbows ache, I'll go slower, because I'm not just reading through to feel... What I usually do is I read through almost everything aloud, or at least a couple times, and I go through it pretty quickly just to get the feel of it, but then I realize, I'm like, oh, I should actually be performing this. Because people are watching. Alright. The Knife Edge Fears of a Parachute World, which I'm probably going to change because I think Knife Edge and the parachutes were the things that I like the best, and I don't think that I should bring them out so early in the thing, so there might be some things. When I have fears that stain my eyes and make my fingers tremble, when I have fears that make my elbows ache and my stomach tie in fairy light knots, before my pen has uncapped in my palm and scraped its inky blood across the page in letters that I breathe out through my fingernails and knuckles. How do I keep going? I can't keep going. What do I do? Down? Or? Oh. Before I have created... fuck. That means I fucked up the whole thing, didn't I? Shit. No, this is perfect. Okay, I'm gonna start again. I can do that. When I have fears that stain my eyes and make my fingers tremble, when I have fears that make my elbows ache and my stomach tie in fairy light knots, before my pen has uncapped in my palm and scraped its inky blood across the page in letters that I breathe out through my fingernails and knuckles, before I have created and recreated who I am by methods of smiles and self-assurance and combed my hair back with the ease of someone presentable in public, I carefully make the words I want to say and store them in my pocket, fold them up like little notes, which hold the things I hope to say and hope to dream and might portray, and hold the little bits of me I polished up like tumbled rocks. When I behold the page, the pad, the blood scrapes of a pen I've held, when I behold the forgotten little tales I've told and the little things I haven't said, when I open my pocket and unfold the words I didn't use, which was most of them, and found the ones I said to be fresh and clean and new and more appropriate than the notes written to a future. Upon looking back with altered vision of knowing the path I took, the words I said were the right ones anyway. the elbow fear, and the careful notes, and the tingle of well-kept worry. And I think that I may never see a time when my pockets are empty, when the little notes and words and pages aren't there to be grasped and used in politeness, and left on a restaurant check or in the ears of a short conversation. I hope, moreover, that I never have empty pockets, because either I have used them too much or prepared too little. And when I feel my tongue run dry and my thoughts sluggish and my movement paused, and when I am empty of things to say that mean anything at all, my pocket is brimming with something safe that I left for myself. I dislike the safety, but I know the strength of it. I keep my hand on a holster with the hopes that I may never unsheath. Never revel in the parachute that tucks under your seat. Never rely too much on the harness around your waist. They are not there to be needed. They are there when all other options have broken before you, and you stand to face the power of unreflecting chance. Then on a cliff that faces the future, and on a knife edge of a world, I stand alone and imagine a time when my pockets might be empty, because I trust myself not to need them, or because I'm strong no matter how I fall. That's it! Yes! That was awesome! I'm really happy with it. I think this is fun. Fuck! That's not, no! There's no, okay, so I have to go all the way to the end now. But I think it turned out pretty good. That's something I would be, oh! I didn't scare him this time. He's still there. So if I walk by, don't you think it's scarier if someone flew by you in the air? It's just a question. I mean, I'm not an ox on a space planet. That's funny, space planet. It's like being like, oh, ocean island. Water fountain. Oh, cool. Lost Frost, I absolutely agree. Being a writer makes this game so much better. I think that it really is a writer's game. It's a creator's game. It's a person who likes words game. Or, you know, and it doesn't even have to be words that you're creating with it. I think in a lot of ways it's a lot about just if you're a creative person, because you're making the game right now, and through all of it, that's what you're doing. I'm going all the way to the end because I screwed up entirely. But yeah, there's just a lot of flying, so I'm just going. Yeah, Tron Elk was pretty cool though. I wanted to make friends, but he was not having it. So, I'm going to edit the title again, because it reminds me too much of was in the Bygone Days of something, the Love and Rockets thing. So, which is great, by the way. No, something Days of a Time Gone By or something. The parachute pocket of Edge Life. There, of Life on an Edge. The parachute pocket of Life on an Edge, I like much better. I am going to publish now. Says loading. Please don't screw this up. And I'm probably going to do something about it, and yeah, so you can read someone else's work. Oh my god, should I do that? I don't know. What does that even mean? I didn't mean that one. How do I get out of this? Escape? Ooh. Exit to portals? Resume reading. How do I go back? I just have to go through this thing? Oh, there's growling noises. Okay, no? Oh, did I just do an asshole thing? It said read someone else's work, but then I don't even know who this person is. I don't know you, creepy pie. I don't know this. I don't know this. I want to find my other ones. Isn't there a way that you can do that? I thought that you could. I thought that you could find, because once I did one and my friend had created one, and I saw other people, when you're friends with someone on Steam, you can do that, and you can click on their stuff, and it's like, oh, they uploaded a new story. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do one more, and that means I'm gonna stop the stream for just a second and reintroduce and do everything like that. So I'm gonna pop into another one right after this. But I want to keep this one as a set video. So, thank you very, very much for watching. for anyone who's watching this on YouTube, as it's going to be uploaded to YouTube. And thanks for the people in chat who have been helping me. You know, sorry about Creepy Pie. Creepy Pie seems pretty cool. I like Creepy Pie as a name, but like I don't know. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you like this game, you should buy it. It's called Elegy for a Dead World, or Elegy for a Dead World, and it's on Steam. And my writing and the other things that I do, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Tumblr, which is nikaharper.tumblr.com, where all of my writing and stuff goes. And I'm also on Patreon for supporting my independent author career. So thank you very much, and check out some stuff and do more writing. Ta-da! Alright, give me just a second, friend.